Today, we're going to break down what it really takes to become a true expert in this, well, constantly changing world. And to do that, we're going to reverse engineer the career of one of the most interesting leaders out there right now. All right, let's jump right in.
So our case study is a man named Dr. Saleh al-Din al-Mohammadi. And to get a sense of his level, you just have to look at this. The Catalyst CIO of the Year Award for 2024. I mean, this isn't just some plaque you hang on the wall, right? This is a huge deal. It signals you are at the absolute peak of your profession. So you gotta ask, how on earth did he get there?
And that really gets us to the core question here. Look, plenty of people are good at what they do, but only a handful become the kind of leader who actually shapes what's next. So, what's the secret sauce? What's the formula? Well, we're about to figure that out. We're gonna uncover the blueprint, one piece at a time.
All right, so where does it all begin? It starts with pillar number 1, building a global foundation. Because, let's be real, you can't become a world-class expert by staying in one little bubble. You need a truly diverse perspective.
Now just look at this. This isn't just a resume. It's a map of a really smart journey. He kicks things off with the hard stuff, right? Computer engineering in Saudi Arabia. But then he pivots. He goes for a master's in business administration in Egypt and graduates top of his class, by the way. And to top it all off, a PhD from a university in Malaysia. You can almost see the gears turning, can't you? It's that engineering mindset, that logical brain, fused with high-level business strategy. And it's all soaked in the experience of 3 totally different cultures. I mean, that combination, that creates a worldview that is just incredibly powerful.
So you've got this amazing foundation. Is that enough? Nope, not even close. That brings us to the second absolutely crucial pillar, the path of continuous growth. Because here's the thing, expertise is never a finish line. It's a journey you're on for life.
Check out this timeline of his learning. Back in 2004, he's getting certified in the fundamentals, decision-making. Fast forward 15 years to 2019, and boom, he's a certified director in what was then the biggest thing around, digital transformation. And then, just last year, in 2023, he's a certified expert in the one thing that's changing everything for us right now, artificial intelligence. You see the pattern here? This isn't just collecting random certificates. It's a strategic, deliberate path of learning that always stays just ahead of the curve, evolving right alongside technology itself. Okay, this next step is where things get really interesting. This brings us to pillar number 3, shaping an industry's future. This is that moment where you go from being a student of the game to being the one who writes the playbook. And this is where Dr. al-Mohammadi's impact just explodes. He wasn't just another person implementing digital transformation. He was one of the people helping to define what it even means. For him, it's not some one-and-done project. It's a continuous process. It's not about installing new software. It's about fundamentally building a new future for your organization. You see the difference? That's strategic thinking. That's what sets a new standard. And hey, this wasn't just some idea that stayed within his company. His definition caught the eye of Professor David L. Rogers. We're talking about a distinguished lecturer at Columbia Business School. Yeah, that Columbia, one of the top places on the planet for this kind of thinking. So what does that mean? It means his ideas weren't just working in the real world. They were getting a nod of approval from the highest echelons of academia. That's huge. But he just kept going. He literally wrote the book on his methodology, the first of its kind in Arabic, and then he put it out in English to reach everyone. He's published more than 50 articles on digital transformation and AI. He's been a keynote speaker at major global conferences, from Yemen all the way to the Gartner Summit in Spain. So is it any wonder he was named a top 100 digital transformation leader? Of course not. This is way beyond just having a career. This is about building a real, lasting legacy of knowledge.
Okay, so let's recap. We have the global foundation. We have the commitment to constant growth. We have shaping the entire industry. That seems like enough, right? But there's a fourth pillar, and honestly, this is the one that might just be the most surprising, the one that makes an expert truly remarkable. This is where we meet the poet engineer. I want you to really think about this for a second. On one side of the coin, you've got this data-driven, logical computer engineer, a strategist in AI and digital transformation. And on the other side, you have an author, an expert in classical Arabic eloquence,
a field known as Buddy, which is all about the science of rhetoric. He's not just dabbling in it. He's written a book on it. He's put out over 90 episodes on the topic. That's the poet-engineer. And this isn't some weird contradiction. No, it's a completion. It shows that a deeply analytical mind is made even stronger when you pair it with a real passion for art, for language, for human expression. So, let's put it all together. What have we learned? Here's the blueprint, the real anatomy of a modern expert. First, you build a diverse global foundation. Don't just stick to one thing, bridge different fields. Second, you have to commit to continuous, forward-looking growth. Always be learning what's next. Third, and this is key, don't just take in knowledge. Give back, contribute, shape the conversation yourself. And finally, number 4, find and cultivate a deep passion completely outside of your day job. It'll make you a more creative, more holistic thinker. So there you have it. We've taken apart the career of Dr. Al-Mohammadi and laid out all the components. The blueprint is pretty clear. So the final question I have, it isn't really about him anymore. It's about you. Looking at these 4 pillars, what's going to be the first block you put in place for your own legacy?